You know, I've missed you guys a lot. And I feel like every time I go outside, it's like the forces of nature are keeping me humble so my ego doesn't grow too big. So like it's like you guys are there, but you're not there. Do you guys know what I mean? I guess it's time for me to tell you the story of my trip. Of Numi going outside. I was going on vacation to meet my friend from the UK, Nico. And also, I was meeting other friends, Anne, May, and Ori. This was a trip I've been looking forward to since December. And it was finally time for me to go. And my flight was at 4 in the morning. It was at 6 in the morning, but I didn't sleep at all. And I was gonna take an Uber all the way over to the airport. But because it was in the middle of the night, all of the Ubers kept fucking canceling on me. So I had to wake up Mama Numi and Auntie Numi. And then we all huddled up and went into the car and drove there together to the airport at 4 in the morning. And Mama Numi was just like, why are you waking me up right now? And I was like, Mom, the Ubers aren't answering. And then she's all like, and then my aunt was all like, it's okay, I'll come with you guys too. We all just went together. And then there was so much traffic that I made it into the airport like 2 minutes before my flight started closed for boarding. I was like, oh shit. And then I was like texting Ori and May. And I was like, so guys, I almost missed my flight. And then at this point, I think that already foreshadowed how I would be on this trip. Paid. Why is there traffic at 4 a.m.? I don't fucking know. I don't know why everybody was at the airport that early. Like, where you guys have to be? I have to see pretty sexy woman. I'm not like you. I'm built different. Move, I'm driving here. Literally a heart attack every step of the way. It was foreshadowing. It really was. Ah, don't bonk me. I'm too swag. I imagine Numi just running and screaming at the airport. Dude, I was like zooming. I was like the Flash. You couldn't see me because I was moving so fast. But then we made it onto the flight and I had business class because I had concert tickets that I didn't want to go to, and I ended up selling it for more than I bought it for. And the business class was only like, it was like $200, and I was all like, you know what? It's a 4 a.m. flight and I want to lay down. And I got my money back and more. And that's really cheap for business class. I was like, let's fucking do it. And then I did it. And I was just sitting down next to this lady, and I remember right when I was sitting there, I checked my followers, and then I saw that this one of my favorite YouTubers ever, and new booby, they followed me on Twitter for, I don't know what the fuck I did. I wasn't doing shit. Like, I don't know why I got that follow, but I started like, it was kind of, I started like crying a bit. And then the woman next to me was like looking at me. She was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I'm sorry. Dude, it was so fucking weird. It was like a fever dream. And then like I like fell asleep the second I sat down after I drank the orange juice that the really pretty lady gave me that worked what the fuck are they called? The stewardess gave me. There was something in that orange juice. Yeah, I was like, yo, am I dreaming right now? But then I just passed the fuck out before I could even pull it out into a bed. But then I was able to do it, and boys, I was starting to think that maybe I shouldn't have gotten business class, because I was like, I know I will never be able to afford this again, but I want to do this every single time. I was so cozy. I was like just moaning in my little bed, and that woman next to me every time was just like, what the fuck is going on? Oh shit. It's just so good and so sexy swag. You moan in your sleep. I wouldn't know because I'm asleep. But that woman just kept looking at me weird. And then I looked at what she was doing, and she was like making an email for like a party. She was like, all right, everybody, we're gonna be meeting up. We're gonna be meeting up at this day. Wear something crazy, because we're gonna get lit. And I was like, what the fuck? It's like this 60-year-old woman planning a party. It was so cute. And I almost wanted to like memorize that address and just show up and be like, hey, it's me again, the girl that was moaning on the airplane. I completely forgot that I had an auto-toned snort sound effect. I should have, but I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. But then we made it. We finally made it to the destination, and You guys, I have a question for you all. You guys wouldn't think I'm silly or anything, right? You guys wouldn't worry about me if I made a silly decision, right? Because, you know, I'm intimidating and I can handle myself. Oh, God. You already know. We would? All right, okay, okay. So this next part of the story is... I was not very smart. But in my defense, I was really tired. And I only slept for 4 hours on the plane. Okay, don't Ernie. Ernie nearly beat my ass after this. Okay, so I made it out of the airport. And I was going to the taxi. So then I could get a taxi over to the hotel. And then message Ori and May and tell them that I'm there so we could hang out. And... I start walking over to the taxi drivers, and some man comes up to me. And he's all like, oh, do you need a taxi? And I was like, yes? And he was like, okay. And then he grabbed my luggage. And he started fast walking past the taxi drivers. And opened the door to this white van. And okay, at this point, we were walking over to the white van, and I was like, "This doesn't look like a taxi." Guys, please, I can explain. It was okay. I was really like, okay, this is kind of weird. I don't recall a taxi being white.
This girl is actually going to get abducted someday.
And so, okay, do you guys think I actually got in the van, though? Do you guys really think I got into the van? Well, I did go into the van. Oh! Well, okay, I went into the van, and then I sat down, and then, because he already put the luggage inside, and so I'm sitting in the van, and there's a bunch of... leftover food bags and food all over the floor, and there was no taxi meter in that van. And he shuts and locks the door. And then I like look at him and I'm like, is this a taxi? He was like, yeah, this is a taxi. The meter is on my phone. And I was like, okay. And then he just zooms. So like, he just starts going. He just starts going. And then I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. You need one of those harnesses to put children on when they learn to walk. I'm gonna be honest. That is like the 30th time I've been told that. Girl, you are fucked. How are you still alive? Well, he seemed really nice because when he was driving, he was like, how are you? And then I said, I'm good. I've been told I'm a little naive. First time catching a stream and this is what I'm greeted with. Okay, we're off to a great start.
This is why you need an adult.
I am an adult. I am. I'm an adult. I'm a 100 years old swag bitch. But right when he starts zooming off, I go and then I text. Ari and May were like, did you land? Or we're like, are you in the Uber already or some shit? And I was like, so, I got into a white van. And them hearing this after telling them that I almost missed my flight was like the cherry on top. They were like, I worry for your safety. And then, I think Ori just sent dots and then May, immediately told me to send her my location so that she could track where I was. Yay!
Homegirl, 5-year-olds have more common sense.
Okay, it was just I didn't know. I worry about your future. This is why I don't fucking go outside. Well, Ori and May make me text them every 5 seconds to make sure that I didn't get fucking kidnapped.
Are you actually graduating college, girl? Or is it a ruse?
I am. I'm graduating this semester. You shouldn't touch grass. Ayo, ayo. At this point, you deserve the teasing. Man, I've been through enough. I even told my mods, and Ernie was like, get the fuck out of the car. What are you doing? And I'm like, I can't get out. Also, he seems nice. And then every time I like started dozing off because I got sleepy, Ori was all like, Numi. They wouldn't let me go to sleep. Ernie was right. Fuck off. You're not justifying this like at all. Well, then he told me, he's like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay extra for this and this and this. And then he was trying to charge me $180. And that's when I realized, okay, I wasn't about to get abducted, but I was about to get fucking scammed.
Touch grass. You almost touched wood crate bottom queen.
This is what happens when a degenerate goes outside. And the Uber costs $50. Okay, well, I know that now.
He seemed nice. Numi, you got in a white van and your first thought is he seems nice.
Well, when you put it like that, well, when you put it like that, of course, it sounds a little bit weird, but he was a nice guy. He asked me how my day was and how the flight was. Did the guy even give you candy? Shut up. Thank you for the 4 months. He seems nice. I'll sleep. Yeah, I almost fell asleep a couple times. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna lie. But I stayed awake thanks to Ori and May. I feel like they would have killed me. And then he's like, yeah, by the way, I only accept cash. And he was about to take me to a sketchy ATM. So then I told him to take me to my bank. That was like 15 minutes away from my hotel. And then, when he brings me out, he drops me off on the side of the road and he just sits there waiting for me. And this police officer fucking comes up to us. Subby Wubby. Tell thank you for the 6 months. She can't tell between a nice guy and a fellow chat. Please just tell that.
This girl has negative survival instinct. Like, how have they made it this far?
I don't know.
He's a nice guy. He asked me how my day was, actually abducts you and holds you up for ransom. Try hard.
Well, I lived, so guess who's the real winner here? It's me. Okay, but anyways, the cop guy was like walking up suspiciously towards me. And then I go in and get all the money. And then I go up to him and I was all like, so, you're not a taxi driver. I'm not paying you all that money. And then he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, it shouldn't cost that much. And so I swindled it down. But before I could wiggle it down even more, the police guy was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I just gave him like $120. Almost brain dead you are. And then he drives away. And then I'm just standing here like...
If not for this cop, I would have ended up in a crate on a boat. Is this what are you trying to say?
No, but the cop ended up coming up to me and he's looking at me like this, like... He's like, what was this? And I was like, he was this guy in this van who told me he was a taxi driver, but he wasn't actually a taxi driver. And then the cop was like... He just fucking looked at me and he was like, okay. And then he just walked away. You didn't tell me this part. I was already shocked at this point. I didn't know what to do. Good Cannon, thank you so much for the 10 months. Thanks for being here all this time. I don't get paid enough for this. I'm going home. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the way I worded that to him made him feel like I was the biggest idiot on this planet, which I was. And which is why I did end up paying him 120 because I'm like, you know what? I deserve this. I was the fool today. Cop was surprised you didn't die. You know what, guys? I think me making it out alive was a big W on its own. Don't give me the Numi clown face. So what's next? Well, I was like 15 minutes away from my hotel. So I just decided to walk there. And this is when I called my dad. And I was like, Dad, I almost got a tip. I got scammed. And then he was all like, well, Numi, it could could have been worse. And I was like, period. And then we were walking together, and then I found some random dude on the sidewalk selling a hot dog. And so I bought a hot dog while I was talking to my dad. And my dad was all like, hey, why don't you just we were on FaceTime. I was showing him where I was walking, and then he was like, where the hot ladies at? And I'm like, is this really what you're worrying about right now? Is this really what you're fucking worrying about right now? Did you pay him $500 for the hot dog too? No, it was only like $4. Base dad. I almost got like kidnapped or something, and this man was worrying about the hot girls in the area.
Numi, I swear I will pay you to stay inside and not touch grass if this is what happens.
I'm just not meant to be in that city, but it's okay, because I made it to the hotel. And then I got inside. And then at this point, it was time for me to meet... It was time for me to meet Ori and May. And I had Nico coming from the UK, and she was not there yet. And so it was just me that was going to be alone with Ori and May for like hours. So honestly, guys, I was getting a lot of whiplash. It was a kind of an eventful day for me. Never leave your house, guys. I haven't left my house since I got back. Don't even worry. I've been scarred, bro. I'm legitimately concerned for your safety. Hey, I lived. I'm really the kind of person where if my stupidity gets me in those situations, I just accept it that I might die. I just go like, well, this is it. This shit drops hard already. Yeah. You already gave me a gray hair. You guys wouldn't believe me if I told you my IQ was like 138 because I'm so fucking stupid. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm never leaving the house again after that shit. No way, bro. I know. You would never believe it. You would not believe it at all. I think it's book smart. That's all I have. This is your first stream I catch, and I'm greeted with lost brains.
This is your first stream I catch, and I'm greeted with lost brain cells.
Well, I mean, I usually have more brain cells, right, guys? I only have one brain cell. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, okay. I didn't expect you guys to agree with me. Why don't you guys think I'm super swag? She paid $500 for the IQ test, so it has to be right.
Intellect 100, wisdom negative 5,000.
Leave me alone! There's no way your IQ is above room touch. I'm just a little goofy. I'm just a little goofy sometimes. Yuck, yuck. What's the room temperature right now? It's like I have no idea.
It's no wonder you need a leash.
Well, I did bring a leash to the trip. And it was like, I had like an hour and a half till I had to meet Ori and May. So I went and showered, and I was so fucking nervous. Oh
it's
my...
okay. One brain cell is all you need. Yo, worship the USSY.
Ussy, worship the Ussy. Okay, I was so nervous because Ori and May are really pretty people, and I'm very nervous around pretty people. And I was gonna be in a room with them, so I couldn't just run away like I usually would. You know what I mean? It's just We know? What do you mean? What do you mean you know? What do you mean you know? A square room. It was really tiny, and I ended up going down to meet them in like my fucking sweatpants. I would look so fucking stupid. Oh my god.